Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. I am your computer teacher from IUAS school. Before starting the lesson, I have some instruction for you. Kindly follow them strictly. Keep all necessary things with you like stationery box, rough copy, textbook and so on. Listen the teacher quietly, carefully during teaching. Don't unmute yourself and note down the concern on your separate page and ask at the end of the lesson. Don't raise hand during teaching. Ask question at the end of the teaching in chat box. Use hand-free if you are using mobile and headphone for computer use. Feed your ID, Feed your ID and password properly with your name and class. Take care of time for attending the class. Home task should be done in your fair copy of subject. If there is any disconnectivity during the teaching, try to rejoin again within 3 to 5 minutes. Don't turn on your video during teaching. I hope you all have followed them. Now, now we are going to start our lesson, class 5, chapter number 1, characteristic and evolution of computer. Page number 5 to 12, lesson number 2. This is the lesson number 2 of chapter number 1. In last week, we already take the lesson 1 of chapter number 1. In that day, we learn about the earlier calculating device, and today we will learn about evolution of computer and characteristic of computer. Evolution means generation. So we have evolution of the computer occurred in different stages, which are called generation. So there are 5 generations that we have been identified, starting from most primitive, as you see here, and the most advanced. Primitive means early of the age. In the first generation, the computer looked like this. And the second generation computer is like this. And the third one, and this one is fourth one, and next fifth one. So fifth one is the advanced computer of. So first we discuss about the first generation of computer. In first generation computer developed in 1940 to 1958. The main component of this device is vacuum tubes. Vacuum tubes are used in first generation computer. And input and output data, we use the punch card. And we were use machine language in this generation. And there are some characteristic of this generation. They were large in size, and they had a small internal storage. They have slow in speed, and they were high power consumption, and they were very expensive, in, and they have large installation area, and it is difficult to program because it is a machine language, and machine language is depend on 0 and 1, and it is can't understandable for the human. And Mark 1, Annex, ADSEC, ADVAC, and UNIVAC 1 is an example of first generation computer. Let's we discuss about the second generation of computer. Second generation of computer developed in 1959 to 1964. The main component of this generation is transistor. Transistor is used in second generation of computer. And data input and output were we use the punch card, and Fortran, COBOL, and BASIC are the language which we use in this generation. They were smaller, faster, and cheaper in price, and it contained all the components of the modern day computer like printer, storage capacity, operating system, etc. It means in this generation we use the components. Components mean parts. And IBM 1401 and RCA 501 is the example of second generation of computer. And 1959 to 1964 is the time period of this this computer. Okay, next one is third generation computer. And third generation computer developed in 1964 to 1970. The main component of this generation is integrated circuit. This is a picture of integrated circuit that is fixed on computer. And data input operation we use here the keyboard, and data output operation we use here the monitor. And the language sophisticated operating system were used here. OS means operating system, and Pascal, Fortran, and COBOL are the languages we were used here in this generation. And also here with the some characteristic of this computer. Characteristic mean qualities. It they were smaller in size and faster in they had increased storage capacity. They had produced less heat. Means when we work, the machine work, they give the heat. So it produce less heat. And difficult program could be run together. Means here we use the different program work together. We work at a time on many programs. IBM 360 series and IBM 370 series and Apple I are the example of third generation computer. IBM 300, IBM in International Business Marketing is the name of company. So IBM 360 series and IBM 370 series Apple I are the example of this generation computer. Okay, the fourth generation computer developed in 1970s and present. It means it developed in 1971, but still we use this generation computer. This computer is still we use. The main component, the main device we use here, the microprocessor chip. And this is a picture of microprocessor chip. Keyboard, mouse, scanner, and etc. is a data input operation we use here. And monitor, printer, speaker are used for the data output operation. And it is also the parts. And language use, it is the special software for maintaining the large database, RDBMS, and C++ in 1985. These languages or software in this fourth generation of computer. Fourth generation computers also have some characteristic. It had greater computing power. It have greater storage capacity. It use a better storage device that cost less. Costless means cheap. Costless means they have no expensive. It isn't expensive and can be linked together on network. It means internet introduced in this generation. We work on internet on fourth generation of computer. That's why it can link together. And PC, IBM PC, Apple Mac, Apple Macintosh, and laptop, Tomtalk, tablet are the example of fourth generation computer. Fifth generation computer developed in 1989. It developed in 1989 and future. It means fifth generation computer we we use right now, and the further future and further we also use the fifth generation computer. The main computer, the main component is used here the artificial intelligence, voice and speech recognition touch device used as a data input operation, advanced printer and plotter. Plotter is also the types of printer. We use it for printing. So it is used for data output operation. Okay. Language can understand human speech, recognize pattern like face and other complex image. Means and characteristic we have here, there are they are very high speed and store rich capacity. It has a large storage capacity, ability to carry out high sophisticated operation, and it has a ability to carry out high sophisticated operation. And aim of this the computer is to develop aim of this computer to develop that can think, understand, and act like as a human. And it is based on IC. IC is a short form of integrated circuit. Okay. C-Ray and CS300 series are the example of fifth generation computer. These are the this is an example of this fifth generation of computer. Okay. AI AI is artificial intelligence. Intelligence is a branch of this is belong to the branch of computer science. So it is based on IC. Through this evolution, we know that the speed, the speed of the computer is decrease. The speed of computer is decrease or increase. The speed of the computer is increase, gradually increase, and the size and price of this computer is reduced. Mean the size of the computer is reduced over the air, but the speed is increased. Now we are sharing here the characteristic of computer. Because computer is electronic machine, so we have some characteristic of computer. The main characteristic of computer is the first one is speed. Speed do work fast. So computer is an electronic device which processes the data according to the given instruction to produce information that help us to take important decision. So it is a machine. So taking important decision, it has some characteristic. The first one is speed. Speed means to work fast. So it works fast. Computer is very fast calculating device. Its speed is measured in megahertz. Means the speed is measured in megahertz and gigahertz. It is it has a capacity to perform billions of instructions per second. Per second, we it has capacity. It has a storage capacity to work out the per second, billions of per second. Accuracy means do the work with the accuracy, accurate, without any mistakes. So computer is very accurate device. It performs every activity with great accuracy. It is make any mistake. If If it make any mistake, that is due to the wrong instruction and input supply by the programmer or user, which we are giving here. Which instruction we are giving, it means we make mistake there. But computer don't make mistake. It is an accurate device. And the next one is storage. Storage is a capacity. It has a large capacity to store data. Computer has a capacity to store very large amount of data. It has two types of memory because computer store all the data in memory. So it is a place to storing data. So there are two types of memory, primary memory and secondary memory. Primary is the temporary memory, primary, and secondary memory is a permanent memory. So primary memory store the data for the temporary period of time, whereas secondary memory store the data for the permanent period of time. Diligence, diligence, diligence means it has a capability to do a work. So diligence means the capability to perform something continuously with the same accuracy. And so computer does not feel tired and lack of concentration. It means without feeling bored, it can do work very well. Versatility mean ability to perform different types of job. When we work on, so we work many work or at a time. For example, printing, listening music. So versatile means perform more than one task at the same time. So computer is versatile machine since it can be used to listen music, typing, as well as printing something on paper or many more operations at the same time we use here. So these are the five characteristics of computer. The first one is speed, the second one is accuracy, and the third one is storage, large storage, capacity, diligence, and versatile. Okay, chapter number. Now here we end this chapter number 1. Now we start the chapter number 2, that is data device. Page number 13 to 14, lesson number 2. So in this chapter we will learn about input device. Okay, what is input device? What are the input devices? So we will learn here the input devices, computer devices. As you see here, there are many computer devices are here, and each device perform the different function like keyboard, scanner, touch screen, printer, speaker, LCD, headphone, many joystick, different types of printer, webcam, digital scanner. So there are many devices. So these are the computer devices, and we also call it the peripheral devices. But we call it peripheral devices. A peripheral devices connect to the computer system to add functionalities like here is a computer, we attach mic with it for recording, and scanner, speaker for listening, printer for taking print out, projector to display the OHT, and mouse. So these are the peripheral devices that is connect to the computer. So we can say that all these devices are together called the computer peripherals. all these devices. With devices, printer, mic, scanner, speaker, mouse, projector, all the devices are together called the computer peripherals. Now, we can arrange these devices or categorize these devices into three types. The first one is input devices. From this, someone is input devices, someone is output devices, and someone is storage devices. So we categorize into in three types: input devices, output devices, storage devices. So today we learn only about the input devices, output devices, and the storage devices. We will learn in next class. Now, what is input devices? Input devices are those devices. Input devices are those devices which we use to feed or enter the data into the computer. So these are the devices that is used to feed the data, you tell your information into the computer. So the devices which are helpful, that help us, so that helpful in sending or inserting data into a computer is called input devices. So here we have some input devices: mouse, microphone, joystick, scanner, keyboard, digital webcam. Mouse. First we discuss about the mouse. You already learned about these devices in class 4, but little bit I share here. Mouse. Mouse is a pointing device and also the input device. We use it. So it helps us to draw picture and point on the computer, as you see. And by click on the screen through the mouse, we open the file. Microphone. Microphone is also an input device. It is used to record the sound. Different sound. We use this device. Okay, next one is joystick. Joystick is also called a input device and it is used for playing game. Input joystick is used for playing game. These are the function. It is used to help us to draw the picture and point the thing on the computer. Microphone, it is used to record the different sound, and joystick is used to playing game. And next one is keyboard. Keyboard is a main input device. Without keyboard, we can't type. So keyboard is a main input device. Through the keyboard, we can type the data on a computer. It has many types of keys on keyboard. Keyboard has number keys, letter keys, special keys, function keys, so many keys on the keyboard. By using these keys, we type on the computer. Scanner. Scanner is also a input device. It is used to scan the text which we type, text, picture, and so on to transfer it into the computer. If you want to transfer the picture or text in a computer, so we can use the device and scan it. Webcam. Webcam is also the input device. Through webcam, we communicate to the other visually. If you want to see the other person who is talking with you, so through webcam, we communicate to the person. So these are the main input device: mouse, keyboard, joystick, microphone, scanner, and digital webcam. But in class 5, we learn about more input devices which are graphic tablet. This is a picture of graphic tablet. It look like this. And how to use it? We use this. We take a pen, pick a pen and write on this device. A graphic tablet is an input device. As I told you, it is an input device that enable a user to draw image by hand, because we use here the by using hand we draw the image similar to the way a person draw image with a pencil or paper. If you want to draw image on paper, so we use the pencil and draw the image on paper. But here in graphic tablet we are also able to draw the image by hand through the graphic tablet. It consists of the flat surface, as you see here. It is a flat surface on which the user may write a word or draw an image using a special pen, which you are see here. It is called a stylus. What we call it? It is called a stylus. The special pen that is used on a graphic tablet, it is called a stylus. They are commonly used by artistic, illustrator, and graphic designer. Artistic means a person who create painting or drawing as a professional or hobby. Illustrator means a person who draw and create picture for the magazine, book, advertising, etc. And graphic designer is a person who combine text and picture, both text and picture in an advertisement, magazine, or book. As you see here, we use here the text. The writing work is called a textual, and this is a picture. So graphic or designer combine the picture or text in an advertisement, magazine, or book. I hope you all have understood about the graphic tablet. Okay, what is graphic tablet? The graphic tablet is a input device, advanced input device. Okay, the next one is touch screen. Touch screen is also an input device. The touch screen is display device that recognize the touch input through the finger, and through the finger we give the instruction, we give the data, and allow the user to interact with the computer by using their finger or stylus. By using your finger or stylus is a special fan that is used here. So touch, we use the finger to give the and enter, interact mean communicate. The user communicate with the computer by using their finger and stylus. They are useful alternative to the mouse and or keyboard for the navigating variety of the device, and they are used in ATM, tablet, PC, railway, and airport terminal for arrival and departure inquiries, and also used in hospital for the assessing patient record, etc. So in many places we use the touch screen. Now, now it's time to share the home task. Write the paragraph about the Abacus, Napoleon, Parkline, different engine, and an analytical engine. And second question is write the five limitation of the five five limitation of the first generation computer. You already done this work in last class, but and further you write any three characteristic of each generation means first to first generation to fifth generation. First you write the question and then write the heading, first generation of computer, and then write three characteristic of computer. Then write the heading of second generation of computer and write the three characteristic of second generation of computer. Then mention the heading fourth generation, fifth generation, and fifth generation, and then write any three characteristic which we are discussing here, to write any three characteristic of these generation. And next question is, write any five characteristic of computer which we are discuss here. Characteristic of computer is speed, accuracy, diligence, like this. These are, we write the five characteristic of computer and do the book exercise from page number 10. See the book, page number 10. Open your book and see the page number 10. The exercises are given there. Choose the correct option, A to E. You have to do in your copy that is given in page number 10. Choose the correct option, A to E, in your copy, computer copy. And the next one is answer the following. Next one is answer F and G. Only these C, D, F, C, D, F, G you have to do in your computer copy. Okay, take a screenshot of home task. This is a home assignment of chapter number 1. So you first make a title page of chapter number 1, that is characteristic and evolution of computer, and then do this question. Question number 1 and 2 you already have done. Question number 3, 4, 5 you do in computer copy. And note, do all work in your fair copy or computer copy. I hope you all have understand.